Dookie on lock.
Oh God, what a way to start this episode.
There's a bunch of stuff that like humans have to change completely from thousands of years of evolution.
Yeah.
Like just the fact that we can get fat so easily because our bodies aren't used to like, oh,
You need sugar to live.
you're getting excess calories every day. Store that shit. It'll keep you alive through the winter. It's like, all right, guys, we figured
Winter
this
ain't
out.
coming, bro.
We figured this out thousands of years ago. Come on, start like fixing this.
Yeah.
But no, it's just that's gonna be a thing until forever.
It's hilarious because like there's like what was that diet trend where it was like just don't eat a lot. It was like a 2,000 calorie diet or whatever.
Okay,
Or so it was like a 1,000 calorie diet.
That's
a lot.
not enough.
that is brutal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and these people that had done this diet for like 20 years, they're like 50 years old and they have like hearts of like 20-year-olds and shit.
That's like
And it's like
Yeah.
because your body goes in this survival mode and just like doesn't use your organs up as much.
that's
Yeah, you don't-
like a New York bagel a day. That's it.
Yeah, it's literally like I think what the way they do it is they have 5 meals a day, but the
It's
meals
small sized.
are small.
Yeah, my dad used to say like fist-sized meals. You
Yeah.
spread them through the day.
But now-
Like, who's got time for that shit, man? Like, no. Like,
I know, it's like we eating fucking an almond an hour,
like starting that though is like you gotta meal prep in the beginning, which takes forever.
and then you
And
got
then you
like,
gotta keep the train going.
and then on the other end of the spectrum, you got bodybuilders like trying to be the strongest man in the
Yeah.
world, who's like, fucking eating a raw steak for breakfast, like 2 steaks for brunch.
yeah, Joe Rogan did do that red meat only diet. He said actually it was pretty good, other than you shit a lot.
Yeah.
But he did say it knows some pretty good side effects, so it's pretty
I
crazy.
don't know. People can say like these meat only diets and stuff. You need veggies, man. Like,
I mean, it's very specific.
Just,
Yeah.
But you can take diets or vitamins and stuff. But yeah.
but I would have said the same thing about keto as well in the past, but it's working for a lot of people now. So,
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
I
what
think,
do I know?
like, you need everything, but depending on like the specific thing you're working on, you'll just want a little more of that thing.
yeah,
Here's the thing, though. I don't
Like-
think
like-
most people need anything. 'Cause most people aren't doing anything. Most people are just sitting around their computers.
exactly.
You'll survive for years on a terrible diet. Like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna die.
Because
but-
you're sedentary for the most part. Yeah. There was this dude I watched, a mini doc of this Australian triathlon runner who decided to try for 41 days eating nothing but baked beans.
Why?
He wanted to eat his own body weight,
You can
and
do it because legumes are good in like everything. So that's one thing.
but it didn't work out. Like his mood changed.
Baked is probably the worst. Yeah.
Yeah,
me too.
like his mood changed. The
Farts
obviously the
on
farts
point.
were a factor, and also when he actually ran.
Shit.
No, but when he ran the triathlon, his body was just like screaming at him.
Yikes.
Yeah, but he
Beans
completed
are
it.
good for your heart.
What?
Beans are good for your heart. That's what you learn in nursery.
Yeah, beans, but then other stuff as well. Like you gotta supplement it. Yeah.
If he's a triathlon runner, that makes sense. Like those people burn like 3,000 calories a day or whatever.
Yeah.
It's insane.
But the thing is, our bodies are smart. So in the first week or something, his body was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" But then afterwards, the body adapted to it.
Yeah.
But it still wasn't enough.
Well, so
Right.
when you eat things like red meat or like chicken instead of fish or things like that, your body like all that. Like there's certain things that when you eat them, if you don't use the energy, the body like stores it as fat and like
Yeah.
sugar.
Yeah,
burning the
exactly.
weight. But, like a lot of meats doesn't do that. You just literally just shit it out.
Exactly.
So
So
they
it's
say,
the
like-
rest of the sugars that then gets into your fat pockets.
Yeah. So like when I talk to like my personal trainer or whatever, they'd say like if you're trying to gain muscle, you want to eat like more meat-based diets
Yeah.
when you're working out because
Yeah.
then you're actually building the muscle and like it's not
Faster.
Yeah, like you're not getting sugar or fat that needs to be burned off before the muscle can be
Yeah.
built.
I mean, there are vegetarians who also like do bodybuilding and stuff. Like, I wouldn't go
Yeah,
as far to say vegans, but vegetarians like.
Like I said,
Sources.
beans are the
Yeah.
good source of protein. That's where most people get that from. Is that?
Oh yeah.
Cashews or,
Right.
All those
almonds,
nuts.
Yeah.
Legumes. I'm telling you.
Legumes.
Ha!
Right, Nick?
Don't ask me why I had this on hand.
Beans.
That's
Why
for-
do you have
Why do you have that in your room?
It's a project. I have a fridge right here.
Oh,
Project is that what you just said?
I have a little project. I'll let you guys know about it once it's complete.
something
Okay.
sexual? I'm sure.
Oh yeah, sexy beans.
No, he is the runner. He's doing a 40-day bean challenge.
Yeah, that's can number one.
God.
You're gonna do like a how-to basic, make
I
baked
think-
beans.
Yeah.
And use your feet.
It'll just be a TikTok, just like 8 seconds done. Like,
Just splashing his feet in the beans.
You have to get the perfect fart sound.
And that would be great. I would definitely join that project.
it's like swimming through beans.
This fart needs more compression.
Speaking of running, I actually have been running more so than I've ever been, because there's nothing else to do during the pandemic because the gyms are closed. So I've been running in the mornings, which I've never done before. It's actually pretty fun.
Dude,
It's not bad.
I can't run outside. Like, I have allergies that just beat the shit out of me.
Oh,
That's
fuck,
awesome.
yeah, especially in this weather, eh?
I'm done for 2
She's making
days.
progress.
Yeah, she's she's breaking through.
Did you know worldwide, speaking of
No,
gyms,
you're fine.
LA Fitness is losing 30 million a day?
What is
Damn.
LA Fitness?
LA?
Oh, it's a very popular, not just in Canada, but like
I never heard
a
of
gym,
Okay.
Or maybe not a day. I think it's a month. That makes more sense.
That makes
But
sense.
yeah,
But I know my gym, they actually did not charge me, which is really cool. So,
they shouldn't. They really
no,
shouldn't.
obviously.
Yeah, what
But
my
yeah.
gym did is they said that for all the memberships we paid for, they're not charging, and they're going to credit us for those months.
That's good. Yeah,
But like once they open up again,
Yeah.
I'll start there, and I
It's-
get like
it's hard enough to get people to sign up for a gym, right? So you want to like keep them. Like, and what was this?
I mean, everything's gonna, when everything opens up, everyone's gonna be jumping on.
Oh, yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Another thing,
But-
another part of society that needs to be addressed when it comes to like cutting back and like, giving people a break is car insurance companies. Not a lot of people are driving these days, right? So like,
Yeah,
just
actually,
lower
I
the
actually got
rates.
one. I got one from Geico. They halved it. It was pretty sweet.
Jacob.
I mean, yeah, maybe he did that for me. Shout out. But yeah, no, it was great.
Shout
So I
out to
didn't
my boy Vita.
I was like, oh, sweet. I totally forgot that would. You're right. That would be a thing. But,
Mm. It's what it is. Business is
yeah, they're
gone.
making it in because
Business is gone to business.
in business. I mean, it's I've at least here people still wear masks, but it does kind of there's like a general feel of it's kind of lifted somewhat. Like it was like I don't know about you, but you definitely felt it in the air a lot of the time. Like oh, this is going down.
Yeah.
We're dealing with it. But no,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
people are trying to get over it, which is good and bad. Obviously, it's going to come back with a vengeance for some degree. But I mean, there's only so much you can do. I don't know
No,
how
I
much you
know.
can do at this point.
I still wear
I
my
think we're-
mask every day, every time I'm
I mean,
out.
yeah, people that want to do it are always going to do that, and people that don't are either going to get sick or they're not. So,
I was talking to a real it also boggles my mind. If you're gonna wear a mask, wear it, right? The real estate agent, my last appointment, like I was talking to her and stuff, and like midway through the conversation, she like takes her mask, puts it under her head,
Well, were you
standing
wearing
like
one?
this close to me, and it's like just talking to me like normally.
Or
I'm
were you
like-
wearing one?
I was wearing one.
Okay, then that's weird. Because I had my agent, because I'm also looking for a house.
Yeah.
She had hers initially because she thought, oh, just to make sure. But we didn't have one on because I'm kind of like whatever. I think we already got sick probably from it anyways. But
We probably all had it at some point.
right, exactly. 'Cause we're
That's-
live and in this
Yeah.
city. But yeah. So then once she saw that we weren't wearing one, she took it off. But yeah, that's kind of fucked up. If she saw that you were wearing one and then took it off.
I saw this incredible meme because some people wear the mask but like have their noses exposed,
Yeah.
and it was like doing this is like wearing pants but your dick is out.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that
hilarious.
tickled me greatly. I love
Yeah,
that.
I see that a lot.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. But I mean, what are you gonna do? People are stupid.
People gonna people. Business is gonna
Look at
business.
this over excessive.
What are you opening there, Nick?
So I've been waiting. You remember like your scorpion mask you got a long time back?
Yeah.
So my brother bought one for shits and giggles, and it actually just came in like 3 days ago.
Okay.
Look at this over excessive thing.
Does it have camo on it?
No,
I bet
no,
it
no,
has
no
camo on
camo.
it. No.
Pink camo.
It actually looks small.
When
No, it's a goddamn mask.
you can hide in a strawberry milkshake.
So,
Alright,
so
pretty standard, yeah.
Oh, does it have a
got-
respirator?
yeah,
Oh.
it's got a filter and everything in it. So
My-
this
my
black
last one
part
does
is actually
too.
really see-through,
Oh,
but
nice.
it's got. So let's try this out. Hold on.
Let's
Okay.
try, guys. Hold on, everybody, stop the podcast.
Now we're an unboxing podcast.
Very
Oh.
cool.
That's how it works, right there.
You're Bane now.
You are Bane now.
Burn.
I was born in the darkness.
Think yours ally.
Molded by
I actually have only seen that movie like once. I remember it
me
being
too.
okay in
Yeah.
comparison to Dark Knight, which was like a flawless masterpiece. But it was fine. It was good.
Yeah.
Some dumb stuff in it, like all the cops being trapped underground, like every single cop.
We'll do the whole podcast like this.
That's very cool.
It's actually a lot more comfortable than I thought it'd be. It's kind of small up here, but
I have
that's what's
trouble
fine.
breathing through mine. Like I'm out of breath often.
I've seen people jogging in those things. I'm like, that's impressive.
What?
And gross.
What?
Could never do that.
It's also like it's probably like endurance training, like right? Like
Oh,
people in Dallas or like there's the rarity in the air or whatever, the scarcity.
There's people.
of
I mean,
the air.
that's kind of a myth because I know that's a thing when like people supposed to be like bodybuilders, they put on like these masks to, like make it breathing harder. It's like technically, but it's like
I don't know
doesn't
because
even
like
work.
whenever the Raptors go play the Mavericks in Dallas, like they have difficulty there.
Okay.
Yeah, like it really is an ascent. Like the whole.
Well, they're
yeah.
athletes. That makes sense.
Yeah. That's when you like
Very
you
well.
micromanage like all this other stuff.
I know, like some bodybuilders try doing that. It's just like you just look like a douchebag, dude. I don't know what
It's
you're
fucking
doing.
crazy. Like why are you killing yourself? Like stop.
you're talking about the elevation masks.
Yeah.
We got like remind.
Yeah.
So what?
Those things help your breathing a lot.
No, they do. It's kind of like Rock Lee from Naruto
We'll probably do a
with
podcast.
the leg things.
Yeah.
Podcast, just chill.
We'll just-
I used to do
Where's the-
a little bit of the mask and the ankle weights
Ah.
back in the day.
I'm thinking of getting the wrist ones since I'm on my computer. I'm always like moving and shit.
Next time we do stuff,
I actually have.
sort it out so it works.
Yeah, hold up. Look at this.
Hold up.
So, if you're watching, this has so far been an unboxing video, a dog training video, general vibe video. You'll notice that I have music playing in the background, some chill lo-fi.
Existential crisis on the meaning of life.
Oh yeah, we did get into the nitty-gritty of philosophy in a little bit, in a little
This is
way.
like a bonus episode that we should not release unless we have.
This is not getting released.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want my dog like trying to maul Greg with a muzzle on.
Yeah. It's
So
also
I
been a
have-
Bane impersonation video.
I have ankle weights,
Mhm.
Why?
just to help. And I've
You gotta
also
work
got
with
this
the ankle.
giant ass
Best.
weighted vest.
Why?
This thing can
Oh,
go
for
up to.
resistance, like endurance.
That
training?
even be calisthenics. That makes sense. The ankle things. I don't know.
Well, just
Well-
run around in a full suit of armor.
Yeah.
Come on, yeah.
Whenever. Oh, I
Longer
forgot.
brother.
Yeah, I saw your meme text.
My game text.
Yeah.
You like it? Did you open it up?
I did.
But it helps with.
You're planning on releasing a meme of some kind?
No, I put it in chat. I was like, I
Why'd
thought
you-
of it in the morning when I was working, and I was like, damn, this is an awesome
Damn,
word
this
now.
is good. 2 people will really appreciate this.
Yeah, dude, I don't care.
That's fine.
That makes it a better meme. The fewer people that understand it, the memeier it
It's
is.
just funny that you made text document for
I
it.
did, because I didn't want to forget it.
I like that. I appreciate that. What else you got over there? You got utility info?
Utilities,
That's
yeah.
not impressive.
Came out utilities.
What the fuck are you guys talking about?
There's the four
I'm looking at,
not porn.
I'm looking at his desktop. I'm invading his privacy. It's great.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm
You
one of the
remember when you did that to me and you found the porn folder? And
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like one picture of Honey Boo Boo's mom.
What's the good game idea?
It's probably not even a fleshed out idea.
It's probably nothing. I want to see how like
Where is
minimal it is.
Where is it?
Oh, you have like video game ideas?
He's got a Word document that says "good game idea" doc.
Probably a terrible idea.
Oh,
Oh yeah, this
Find
was.
the cure.
Oh yeah, this was like it was like a Left 4 Dead 2 type game.
Like a mutation
yeah.
or?
The way that I was kind of envisioning it was basically like there's a zombie apocalypse and like one team is in charge of like doing certain like research quests to try to find the cure. So like one thing I was envisioning was like they're in like a rainforesty type place and they're trying to go to like an older temple where like a research base was set up that got overwhelmed and they're trying to go and collect cure data, right? And then there's the survivor team and then there's the infected team, right? Same way that there is in Left 4 Dead 2.
Starts losing badly.
Losing, yes, losing.
Yeah, losing.
Losing.
So it's like they're trying to basically go through different types of terrain to get to the cure. And like the infected could do things like cut off the terrain and sort of limit the routes they can take.
Respawn should be a word. How's that not a word? Come on.
Is it really not a word?
Apparently.
I wonder if it wants like a dash between re and
But yeah, it's
spawn.
basically
It's
just
not
a
a
clone
word.
of Left 4 Dead, but
Essentially a clone of Left 4
yeah,
Dead.
but more based on objective and less like get to the end.
Yeah.
More complicated Left.
Well,
It's a good idea.
I wanted the environment to be more like
Exotic.
exotic and also like changeable.
I like that. I like
you could cause a rock slide and it would
Yeah.
like cut off a route, and all of a sudden they have to take a different route. So it's like
Yeah.
every game is about the same.
I like that whole concept of like a Left 4 Dead 2 kind of model where
Yeah.
the director is a player as well, where you can change stuff like weather and a random attack or whatever, and they come in charges, so you have to like manage your resources to attack the team or whatever and stuff like
And
that.
it'd be like the survivors can do things like choose to like lower a bridge or not lower a bridge,
Yeah.
and that will raise a gate somewhere that like blocks off another path but opens.
It's
up
kind of like
another
D&D with the dungeon master.
path. In a sense, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like you're
Choose your own.
yeah,
fix
it's
it.
like, and it's like if you do the wrong move, then you're set up for something. And but
Yeah.
I also had like different kinds of infected. Like I think one of them I had was like an arachnid type guy that could like set up like web traps, kind of like how Cypher does.
Or Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, and then another one was like he could control like a couple like it was kind of like a mini boomer, but he could like instead of like throwing up on people, he could just like control a small swarm of like common,
Okay, yeah.
like move them around.
Like an RTS kind of screen for him, where
Yeah,
he's like
yeah,
zerg
like
some people. Yeah.
Yeah, he zerg some people, or like he could like go to normal common and like hit them, and then they would become his like drones, and then he could like navigate them.
What if he just started a pandemic like game studio, like develop?
Why
Right?
not?
I,
Like,
just,
it's a
I don't
good
have the skill sets for anything that has to do with games.
Like
apart from
Left 4
maybe voice
Dead has.
acting.
Well, I mean, you could still have like concepts and like bounce ideas off people though. But
Man, she on a spitter.
you've
She...
experienced it. But no, that's
Meh.
because Left 4 Dead 2 has really had so much potential that it really didn't like capitalize on. Like there was like those ideas that you're talking about, they just didn't
Yeah.
well, they couldn't talk about. They didn't really have the technology.
No.
The platform. You definitely could though. Yeah.
I do like
Absolutely.
the god versus humans kind of model. That's actually pretty neat.
Yeah, and what it's and it's like I like the idea that the players there's two teams going at it, right? And I don't believe in asynchronous teams.
I don't
right? Like,
believe it.
Dead by Daylight. We've seen enough games fail with 4v1.
It's hard to balance for sure.
Oh, Evolve was another crash and burn. Yeah.
So I think Left 4 Dead did it right with the whole 4v4 type thing.
Yeah.
Or at least like the campaign. Like the AI was
Yeah.
smart enough, but it was unpredictable.
Yeah, because there was a director. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like, and I think the whole idea of just like it's something that I agree that should be it's either you versus the AI / director or you versus another team.
Yeah.
But each team gets their own set of decisions that get to kind of change the course of how the map develops.
Yeah.
So it's not like one team can pick a strategy where they're making all the decisions and the map ends up the same way every time.
Mhm.
The other team gets to make their decisions and then they
Yeah.
have to react to each other.
And one team may benefit greatly from what the director does, and the other team may not, and stuff.
Yeah.
I like that open-endedness to it.
Like you can start with really shitty weather and like maybe that makes some of the paths better. Maybe
But then
if
maybe for the director that uses up a lot of resources, like
Yeah.
you know, because you could others you could just be like throwing like hurricanes every time, like yeah.
Well, it could even be like, you know, like for instance, if the director decides it's a rainstorm suddenly, and if like maybe one of the routes that the players can take is normally a dry ravine or
Yeah.
like a cavern, and all of a sudden it gets flooded
Yeah.
because it's raining now, right?
Oh,
and now
build a
you're
raft.
getting
Like,
SWAT zombies getting fucking
yeah.
flood coming at you.
No, that'd be great. Very ambitious
Fucking
though.
neat.
Very tough to like. just
Boys,
implement.
let's make a
Oh,
game.
The hardest thing to implement is like dynamic choice making.
Uh-huh.
That's why Left 4 Dead is such a good example because it's like they just took the basic model, like go to a destination.
Here's a city.
Yeah, and then like what can we do to make it complicated enough, but keep it at its core fun?
Random
Add-
waves.
Fast
Keyword
game.
random waves of zombies.
Yeah, that's all they did. It's just
Yeah.
like, well,
But that's the
awesome
thing.
horror.
It's like they had the engine, they had everything down, but they didn't expand on it. If they had just Left 4 Dead 3, they could have been done so much cool stuff. Like you're saying, would basically be like Left 4 Dead 3.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, it's just so hard to do. It's
No.
Yeah, I think
Well-
it's definitely possible with something like Unreal Engine.
Yeah, I mean, Source 2 is coming out, and that's good news and bad news because Source 2 people expect that Counter-Strike, like TF2 are going to look different. Like they're not. Like it's just going to be a little more streamlined. It's going to look the same.
Did you guys see the Unreal 5 video I posted?
You weren't the first person to post. Like I'm in a bunch of Discords. Like they've all posted. I still haven't clicked on it.
Mr. Popular over here.
Graphical stuff, right? Was there anything they could demonstrate that wasn't graphical?
Well, so it was. Well, they showed like a game demo, and basically it's like.
Was it a game demo? Or was it like a tech demo? Like.
I think it was a tech game. Like I don't think it was a real game.
That's the thing. That's why I don't like watch that stuff because like.
Yeah.
I went to the finish line. Yeah.
But they did. The two features that they added were really cool, which was dynamic bounce lighting, so that a lot of the lighting is more dynamic.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is virtual textures. So like normally when you make like a very complicated like 3D model, you have to like make it with as few polygons as possible to make sure that it performs.
Yeah.
And with this particular feature, you don't need to do that. You just basically import directly your like Maya or ZBrush model. Yeah. MPX or was it MFX or something, whatever the model file extension is.
Graphical stuff, yeah.
And it just works because of
complicated TF, but I could be wrong.
At least Half-Life Alyx was like a nice step in the right direction for Valve actually doing gaming stuff again and like really polishing something. I haven't played it, but I've seen so much gameplay of it.
But that's the point. It was so alienating because you needed to have a Vive or something to play it.
It's a complete cop-out. It's like, we can't deliver fucking...
But it was a great cop-out.
Half-Life 3, so
they didn't have to give us anything. They could have given us nothing.
It's going to be VR.
But at least, again, they took like VR, which they're struggling trying to sell, obviously, because it's so niche and expensive.
Yeah.
But they took it and they're like, what is the most we could do with it? And they did that, which is what they've been always great at. It's like, how can we push this in terms of everything?
Were they pushing it, though?
Yeah. Well, most VR games, because most VR games you can't interact with most things, but in Alyx, you can interact, like, most stuff you can, like, do shit.
Because Valve has that brilliant physics engine.
Yeah.
I do like that they used the existing gravity gun as a sort of a proxy to be able to kind of bridge that gap.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. But again, it's old assets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so too late, maybe. You know, if they had done that when like it launched, they would be like golden. But now it's just like,
I saw an interview and
you can just watch it on YouTube.
It was an interview with Gabe, and he was like, what are you working on now, Gabe? And he was like, working
Ricochet
on
3.
like, no, it wasn't even a game. It was like, I'm working on like fucking implanting like fucking computer chips into brains or some shit. Like.
Awesome.
Like ridiculous, like fucking like
mad scientist
next shit? Mad scientist shit.
Like, be the game.
Have you guys seen Ex Machina?
No, I haven't.
Seen Ex Machina?
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was definitely like he was talking about that kind of realm of like next gen stuff. So
like,
I think
they have so much money.
I think he's trying to take Valve in that direction.
It's fucking disappointing though, because like when they say they're working on something like that, it's gonna be years before we see something like that. It's kind of like when John Carmack, id Games, creator of Quake, Doom, and all that stuff, asked what he's doing now. Like, I'm just making mobile games. I'm like, what a waste. You know? Like,
I mean, he wants more money. I don't know.
It's more money, yeah. That's why he's doing it. But like,
it's weird when people want more money when they have all the money.
Every company deserves a cash cow. But once you have it, you should go ambitious.
Well, that would be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of like Riot. Like Riot did that.
I mean, Epic has
That's true with Valorant.
Did it.
Yeah.
Right? They fucking made
Blizzard did it too.
$1 with Fortnite and was like, okay, let's turn our actual platform into something.
Yeah, that was a good idea. Yeah, I mean, like, just Valve they just don't need to do anything. So there's no.
It's like we already
No.
Like,
before Alyx, the last game that Valve made was CS:GO.
Well, they did.
Valve doesn't make games anymore. Like
they did that other VR game. Was the Portal? No, it was after something for VR. I mean, that was really minimal. It was like the base level VR game.
They'll maybe put like a small team to kind of do it.
Yeah,
like,
it was not significant.
Yeah. It's kind of sad.
It's funny because like you barely see any updates for their existing games.
They should splinter off into 2 studios and make one studio for gaming and one studio just does all the Steam stuff, and then the gaming guys can do what the fuck they want. And
the thing is, like, why would they do that? If they're raking it in so much already.
Well, one, I mean, yeah, it's true. The problem is like they're just looking, like you're saying, once you have the cash cow, you should then be able to invest in like artistic stuff, which is what they should do. But like, it doesn't make sense in the business sense.
No, that's the thing. There's making money and then the integrity of the art.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like they should do the integrity of the art move and then go. Like I said, if you separate and you make a different company that's like, oh, we're like Valve Light and we're gonna
Turtle Rock Studios, which they did do that.
Well, did they? What did they do?
This is when we got Condition Zero from them. It wasn't Valve. It was Turtle Rock Studios that created it, and then Condition Zero was like the next Counter-Strike.
Oh, CS:GO.
I remember Turtle.
Yeah,
I remember that.
and then there was nothing. Like it was kind of a failed project because they pulled the plug on it.
Yeah, I get it. I see. Yeah. But my point is, I'm just saying, like they're still worried about Half-Life 3 tarnishing their reputation. But if you give it to another studio, or you like form a different studio and have them handle it,
You have an out.
deflects it.
Here,
Yeah.
question for Nick. Nick, are you sick of TF2 updates?
There haven't been any.
I was gonna say.
I mean, not like.
It was a loaded question. Yeah.
Updates.
Let's look at the last time they. Actually, I'm curious.
The last time they actually updated.
Yeah.
CS:GO had a huge update.
I hate whenever they have like these small little 30 gig or 30 megabyte updates and whatnot
Yeah.
every single day.
Do you remember that one time, like, you know how like Left 4 Dead was like a dead game for a while, and then like they randomly like released an update that like patched some of like the fucking things that pro players were doing?
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh yeah, we
Was that
we just decided to fix like the fucking. I think it was like the
Coldstream?
shoulder charge. No, it was the shoulder charge they fixed.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because you know how like when you swing as a charger, it like expands your hitbox and you
Yeah.
can like, grab them.
Yeah.
They fixed that, and that's why
Yeah.
like I keep fucking missing all my charges now.
Yeah. One of the first things Death told me was like when a charger's coming at you, aim for his arm, not his body, like
Yeah.
because it actually has its own hitbox.
Like they fixed things, but there's not been an actual update.
No, absolutely not an update. It's like they're fixing things, but it's like it's not the things that they want fixed. It's like some stupid shit.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's just, again, there's some. I don't know how Valve works, but apparently you can just work on whatever. But there's definitely a team, and they have to be doing something.
Yeah.
So I think they just kind of do whatever.
I think honestly, Valve right now is just a bunch of accountants, man. Like,
Pretty much, yeah.
yeah.
But there's probably like a dozen people maybe on it.
Yeah.
They're probably working on like anti-cheat stuff.
Mm.
Or,
Oh yeah.
They're definitely worried about people
Or, like,
hacking the system and stuff.
marketplace.
Yeah.
stuff and like the Steam platform improvement.
They probably have, like you're saying, accountants in like economics. They probably have like a bunch of
Oh
those,
yeah,
like,
yeah. Market trends and everything. Yeah.
yeah.
I want to believe that Valve has something in wraps that are not ready to unleash. But
that's
at the
kinda
same
out.
time, like that every day, that just a piece of it goes away every fucking
Yeah.
day. Like
Yeah,
I'm losing hope. You know.
No, Alex,
What would you think it would be?
I mean, I'd hope it'd be Half-Life 3, just like
Yeah.
final stamp. But now it's our fault. We built the hype ourselves.
I didn't shit.
No. I mean us as the people, like as consumers. We built the hype of. It's like Guns N' Roses, man, with Chinese democracy and stuff. We built that hype so much that they could not put out anything until they did, and when they did, it fucking sucked.
Well, it's like Star Wars. Like Star Wars did the same thing. They
Right,
came
Star
out
Wars is an
with
excellent example of
a
that
fuckload of
same
money,
thing. Yeah,
but it's cost the brand in the
Yeah.
long run. Probably. But I mean, it's to be fair, it's like Valve could have made a fuckload of money. I mean,
no,
they
of
still
course.
would've made a
That's the
fuckload of
thing.
money.
Valve, George Lucas. What the fuck was I talking about
I
before?
don't combine the two of those.
Anyway, like they are in positions of power. Guns N' Roses, I was talking about. They're in positions of power. They know now they could release the most half-assed, non-beta tested, no quality control piece of shit right
Lucas.
now, and they will still make 30 mil off of it.
George Lucas did that back with the prequels, but not after that. He was done.
Fair
Like,
enough.
Red
I know virtually
terrible.
nothing about Star Wars, just the trends. But
Strange Magic was terrible.
yeah,
Basically, everything he did was terrible after the prequels and the prequels.
There
Well,
you have it.
we can talk about that for.
Yeah, but my point stands is that they're in positions of power where they can just make a lot of money with minimal effort.
You can try to do something new, or you
Yeah.
can just coast.
That's what I was talking about: the business versus the integrity of the art.
Yeah.
Let's just put a new color lipstick on the pig and shell it.
I mean, it's not wrong. You're not wrong.
This one's Bertha. This one's Amanda. Go hog wild.
Also, Amanda, but they don't know a fucking difference.
Mm-mm.
Ellie, are you tired yet? I swear.
I'll just run outside. She'll chase me, and we'll all just run around for like an hour until one of us
You'll die.
She's an animal, so she will.
She is really fast.
Have you guys seen the video of people running on 4 like limbs? They're trying to like.
Oh,
run,
the horse girls like.
Oh, gross.
Like this? Yeah. I've seen those.
You see that?
I can do that upstairs. Like,
well, yeah, because your back is like.
Yeah. Our backs are not built.
But
for that.
if you're flexible enough, people.
No, but like what Greg's talking about, these people know the gallop, like to a science. Like it's weird. If I didn't have my contacts on, I was like, oh, that's a weird animal.
We're not used to treating our hands like their feet.
No.
So like the difference in terrain is so disorienting. So if it's not on flat ground.
Yeah.
Well, your spine isn't designed for that because you learn to walk upright.
Exactly. That's why you see them like they're on all fours. Like they're always like tilted like downwards because of like our spines. Their legs are longer than their hands.
That's why they're the whole saying that dogs can't look up at you or whatever. Because that means obviously it's bullshit. No, but
you mean pigs?
Because they can't. Well, most animals because they're not designed.
It's not a comfortable position.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Roxy can literally like 90 degree right up.
Yeah, well, we fuck dogs. They're no longer.
Oh, we fuck dogs.
Yeah, they're completely gone.
Yeah, they're like a sock bucket.
Have you guys looked up? That's not an interesting thing to do. Is you look up like old school dogs, what they used to look like, compared to what they look like now. Like, was it the bull terrier, the one that's got the target dog? You know, with like the spot with the red spot on top.
Yeah.
Those things used to look way more like normal dogs.
Oh,
now they're sharks. Like their faces.
Dude, look at German Shepherds as well. They look nothing like. Yeah. It's crazy.
Like, dogs look way different.
Also vegetables. Like I know bananas used to be like.
Yeah,
They used to be tiny.
We have ancient stuff. We have heirloom vegetables and stuff. Yeah.
Most, because like we took all the things that were like, I would say most plants and humans first discovered them were like barely edible.
Yeah, there were more. They're plants, so they had more seeds to like pollinate themselves and like make other shit.
Like if we went outside and started eating the weeds, and we were like, well, these weeds didn't kill me. Let's try to make them tastier. So let's take the seeds from that tasted better. Let's plant those, and then the ones that tasted better from that one. Or
we learned how to. We forced evolution.
Yeah,
and we did
a great example is one of the ancient fruits. I'm talking about the pomegranate.
It's selective breeding.
If you look inside a pomegranate, it is nothing but seeds.
Yeah.
It's like nothing but seeds. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's completely selective.
The whole
breeding.
the whole point of the fruit is it's just the thing that entices the animal to get to it. It's not supposed to be like 90% of the thing that forces all its energy into. But no, it's like we can make it happen. Which is awesome. Humanity is great. I love this.
That's why we have like seedless watermelons and like stuff like that.
Unnecessarily, like that makes no sense. It's like, why would this thing evolve to kill itself and not be able to reproduce?
I know.
Control it. It's amazing. That's why I always put my faith in science. There's a problem. Science will figure it out.
There's a very good incel argument there. Like, why would humanity evolve itself to not pollinate? And incels are just getting mad, like,
We're the next level of evolution. I am a seedless watermelon. I'm delicious.
Can we just please call incels seedless watermelons from now on?
I like that. That's cool.
Seedless watermelons.
I'm barren!
See, I've never met anyone like that in person, though. Like, if you're talking to someone, they're rarely that, like, off
I've met plenty of people like that who, like, are pissed off at the fact that they did something nice to someone and they just demand something back. Like,
Nick, are you a seedless watermelon?
I very rarely eat watermelon, honestly.
That's a great answer. I like that.
That's a good answer.
That's a good answer.
Fuck those seedless watermelons.
Yeah, fuck.
Fuck them.
Well, you can't.
There's no seeds.
They can't bear my child.
That's like that American Pie thing. It's like there's a lot of things you could fuck actually.
Yeah.
You put it in the microwave and you warm it up.
Oh god.
Put a hole.
It's one thing good about microwaves. When you microwave them, it's just the outside that's hot. The inside is still cold.
That's a good point. Actually. I mean, I've never done it. It's just,
I hate this narrative we're getting into.
Sounds like you have done it.
I just imagine the disappointment on his face. It's like, that's a great idea. Oh.
I can safely say I've never eaten pie in my life.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Like, no pie with dessert.
You're not missing much. butter and
No pie.
whatever the
There's
pie.
you have to have some
Dessert.
sort
No.
of pie at some
No.
You like
point, right?
dessert? You
I
know,
don't
he's
like
like desserts. He's like desserts.
Yeah, I don't like desserts. That's my cop
I used
out.
to love.
Oh.
I like certain kinds of pumpkin pie. A lot of the pumpkin pies I've had now are very mushy.
Also, wait.
They're
No.
very cold, like very like rigid pumpkin pie.
Okay.
Also, in my upbringing and where I come from and stuff, pie isn't a thing, right?
Sure.
So like, I've
Not
never
even
had
like
it.
a shepherd's pie or anything.
I've had shepherd's pie. I've had
I mean,
savory stuff. Like,
I'm sure
yeah.
they approve when they stuff a thing into another thing. That's literally what pie is. It's just
Crust.
like
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had any sweet pies. I've never had an apple pie or whatever, like, nothing like that.
My grandpa's favorite pie was apple pie with one scoop of ice cream, and he'd let the ice cream melt like halfway down on
fuck
it.
yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's exactly what I do.
Pie
And
is
it's-
balloon pie.
It's wicked good.
That's
Ah.
exactly what I do. It's so good. It's not. I mean, it's just simple science, man.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
sweet crust, sweet filling. It's gonna be good.
I think
really
Pastry. It's a different version of a pastry. Pastries are just like there's so many different ones. They're all so good. It's just
You
butter, butter and dough. How is this? How is
Butter
this
dough.
There's so many different versions. It's crazy.
You bake it a little more. You bake it
Like-
a little less. It's a little thinner. It's a little crunchier.
Turnovers, like croissants. I mean, eclairs. They're so good.
I love
Ah!
eclairs. I do like eclairs.
Ah.
A pie is like an eclair, but it's open. It's like nothing
No, but
crazy.
eclairs don't typically have fruit in them.
That's true.
That's like fruit. Like when fruit's not like I just don't like fruit, especially in pie when they still look like fruit and like
You would die as a monkey, man. You'd be fucking dead.
a monkey man.
I don't eat fruit. It's on the ground. I don't.
First the Muslims, now you're calling me a monkey
Ew.
man.
Dude,
I didn't say that.
You did. I'm just fucking
You'd
joking.
be a bad monkey. I am a monkey.
I think if I were to try a pie, it would be key lime pie.
I hate
pie is
that.
good.
If I were to pick fruits that I do lean to, it's citrusy, like tart kind of stuff.
It's very specific.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's its
Yeah.
own thing. I agree.
I think we could have a whole conversation about like which kind of crust.
But we
is, like,
shouldn't.
The best.
we shouldn't.
I'll be out of it. Like I have no idea. I know that the crust is important.
Oreo
apparently.
crust is better.
Oreo crust.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, crust.
Oreo pie.
That's the thing. It's good.
Mm.
It's really good.
It's good as shit.
He knows.
Or my grandma would say she has a secret recipe, and she would
Butter.
make just this
Nutella.
like chocolate pudding pie. All it literally was a graham cracker crust and chocolate pudding she put in there. But she said
Oh, dude.
she swore up and down it was like the special
Graham- I
thing
think
for years.
Graham cracker crust is the key to a good key lime pie too.
Yeah,
That pie is nasty.
I too have a secret recipe because like whenever people find out like I cook like South Asian food, the first thing these white fuckers want me to make is butter chicken.
Whoa! Hey!
Is what?
Whoa!
Sustained.
excuse me. Whoa, I'm white. Whoa,
No.
what are you talking about?
All right. Y'all can't tell me when you think of Indian food, y'all think of butter chicken first, right? Come on.
No.
Of what chicken?
Don't
Think of curry.
butter chicken.
I think of
No.
Oh,
What's it called?
I think of curry or matar paneer.
Tima? I can't. I'm gonna pronounce it wrong.
What?
Whatever that rice was that you had at your wedding.
That's biryani. But what were
That
you
was-
saying, Greg?
I think of
Black
that.
chicken. It's supposed to be tea that is Indian. No one knows what I'm talking about.
Chicken that starts with a T.
Yeah, not tiramisu. That's not it. That's the
Tiramisu. That shit's good as fuck.
It's not.
Teriyaki.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
What-
But anyway, when people ask me like make a butter chicken then and stuff, I was like, okay, here's my secret recipe. Like really, I just go buy the packets and shit and I just make it then. Cause like fuck this, man. I'm not wasting all this butter for butter chicken. Like fuck that.
I don't think of chicken when I think of like an Indian recipe.
Or it starts with an M. Is it?
Matar paneer is what I think of.
But that's a cheese, right? Yeah, cheese
Cheese.
curry. Yeah. If it starts with an M, it could be a bunch of things.
Well, give me one. Most common thing.
Fuck, what is it? Mithai.
That's not
chicken.
it. Never mind. We'll never figure it out. It's
yeah.
okay. All right. You're a monkey. It's
But
fine.
that's not no.
What does it look like? What does it look like?
Orange.
It's orange. Oh, that's tandoori. So you may have been right on the T.
Start the wrapping up.
Yeah, it's your job. I just move shit. You asshole. I can help you though.
All right, we done with this episode then, or you
You in a bit.
Well, yeah, we'll work on isolate.
want to wrap up?
Wait,
Yeah, exactly. And bring
we
one
did the episode?
Are we out of here?
I'm trying to ask them.
You asked me.
I thought you were gonna bring me fucking bourbon.
I thought we were gonna go get beer.
Oh no, we're fine. Okay, never mind. We're good. But Greg, I think you were thinking about tandoori, the red chicken.
That sounds closer to what I'm thinking.
If you Google it, you'll see it.
Turducken.
I don't know, man.
It's all good.
What
I
was
love.
the menu?
Okay, there's a Chicago pizza place we went to near me that was like kind of, Indian influence. What was the chicken pizza we got? Started with an M.
Was
right?
it masala chicken? I guess. No.
No.
That's Italian, isn't it?
It was.
Masala. No, marsala is Italian.
Okay, all right.
Masala
Either
is
way-
Indian.
Either way, it's
Okay.
good. That's all.
Yeah. But if it was red, I'm pretty sure.
What are you talking about? You're talking about.
Yeah.
Masa something.
Yes. Right?
Masa.
Bunch of white people trying to figure it out. Masala?
Yeah, tikka masa.
Tikka masala. Yes, tikka masala.
I was right,
Tikka masala.
and you're like, no.
I told you the T
Chicken
and an M.
masala?
And I gave you a T and an M.
Yes. I had both of those locked down. Okay, but
Masala just means a mix of spices.
Where were we? Yes.
Yeah.
That's good.
We were talking about pies and somehow I ended up on Indian food.
Oh no, because you were saying what's the first thing you think of, and that's the first thing I think.
Oh, okay, but that's fair. All right.
So
It's more
am
common,
I,
I guess.
Am I okay? Am I a non-racist white person now?
No, you're fine. You're what we call an ally.
I'm accepted in this community.
We can expect you during the war.
I will not be.
Here's some of that Axis chicken.
You cannibals, right?
You're
So-
what we call an ally. That's a great way to tell somebody, yeah, that wasn't racist.
well, he's not wrong. I mean, that's like the what's it called? The common accepted,
Yeah,
fully
because
accepted.
it's also the least spicy stuff.
Which is
most
it's
of the
just
dishes.
creepy because it's insinuating that the other people are not allies and therefore they're enemies, and that's like the whole weird thing about it.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Never mind. I was talking about
yeah.
the reason why barshing is very popular amongst the West is because it's less spicy. Yeah,
Yeah, I got that.
and there's sugar in it.
Politically correct is what I PC shit.
PC.
Gotcha, man.
You're a Mac. I'm a PC.
At least I'm an ally. That's all that matters. I've infiltrated them. You. Anyway, what are we talking about?
I don't know, man. We've been like
Yes, Nick?
literally stream of consciousness this entire episode.
This is my room now. What's up, Nick?
You're looking at it, buddy.
You were going to say something.
I'm still feeling the effects of the meds right now.
Oh,
Yeah, I
man.
figured.
You feeling loopy? A little loosey goosey?
I'm very loopy.
Tiki
Well,
I was supposed to be off. I was supposed to be off until Monday, or
Yeah, me too.
Monday night, and I gave it a test run last night with this new meds, and I went in there feeling, I don't know, not relaxed, but not.
like
You mean at your
lethargic?
job?
I wasn't solid. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Brutal.
I felt very watery. Like
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
just kind of, what the hell?
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much what most drugs
Yeah.
do.
You need cocaine, my friend.
Yeah, that'll keep you going. Cocaine.
Maybe a couple of speedballs.
But it was a long night, and then I sent that message about One Punch Man after I woke up and went to the bathroom, and then I didn't wake up again after that
In
until
the bathroom?
I was gonna ask.
like it was like 8:16 or something, and I woke up and I looked at my watch. It's like, okay, 8 in
12
the
hours.
morning. All right, I've been asleep for a couple hours. And then I looked at it again and go, but it's dark outside.
Wait a minute.
Looked at my phone and had like 8 messages. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, Val, have you ever fucked with any kind of drugs like that from like depression or anything? Because I know I've been.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, because I haven't done any of that stuff.
I have, and I think after I moved to Canada, I stopped because I just wanted. I hated what I was on them.
Sure.
Just this muted individual, like
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely like.
a robot, you know. And then there was that was being a robot, and then there was the other end of the spectrum on some because the way it works with depression and anxiety is that you're never gonna get your right cocktail on the first try.
Sure.
It'll take a year before you get something that works for you, like a mix that works for you. So I went from being a muted zombie to like literally this elated fool, like, you know, like oh my dog died, whoa, that sucks, like fucking Mickey Mouse shit, man. Like, and like I think after I moved to Canada, like I just didn't want to look for a pharmacist or like who could take on my prescription. I just stopped completely.
Well, it's different. I mean, it's different when your back's in pain and you want that.
Oh, it's not physical. Yeah,
right.
Exactly,
yeah. It's crazy though that you can literally change your demeanor and everything so easily. It's creepy to me.
I know. Like you said earlier, our minds are fucking complicated, man. Like, you know, the wiring is hard to like track down and shit.
But at the same time, it's like easily enough to manipulate, which is kind of freaky.
Yeah, out of our own will. That's the thing, though. Because now then we're powering all those, like, we know the circuitry, so we're doing that stuff. It's hard for like an invasive thing to know exactly how you're wired and stuff, you know? Sort of.
There's definitely a bunch of like I'm a hypnotist and everything. They just have a set rule, like this will get, you know, 30% of people or whatever, no problem.
For sure. But they're fooling you into controlling yourself to believe something, right? Yes. Whereas like a medication has no idea. Like what it's gonna fuck up, like what it's gonna fix, like.
But it can fuck it up.
It can definitely fuck it up. Yeah. That's what we like when you go to a pharmacist, like they'll or to a doctor, like they'll recommend maybe start off slow, and then they'll amp up, and then you'll go, and then the therapy session will tell you how you've been feeling and stuff. Okay, maybe like, you know, tilt the dial a little bit more, like, you know, and you find this mix.
That would make sense.
Yeah. But I just said, you know, fuck all that. Yeah, I'm just.
I mean, that's a whole other thing. It's like you're just basing this off of some random guy who probably doesn't give a shit anything about you. He's just some guy who's like, oh yeah,
it's his job.
I've read your chart, and so I pretty much know everything about you. I'm just gonna take a guess. Just trust me, and pay me a shitload of money. Well, at least not in Canada, but whatever.
But yeah, I mean that's.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's a living.
That's what I've always loved not having any health issues for the most part. I mean,
you're blessed, dude.
Like, I know.
Yeah.
And that's another thing about humans. Like, we don't give a shit. It's like, what have you done for me lately? Yeah, I haven't had like a major health issue my entire life, other than my eyes weren't working great.
Yeah.
But I'm never like, you know, grateful really about it. I mean, just like, take it for granted.
Apart from the depression and the SADS, I've only had like actual surgery once when I broke my face. Aside from that, never broken a bone, never done anything. Like, you know, I've been in perfect health. Like,
yeah.
See, I'm opposite with my upbringing, playing sports and everything.
That's the thing. I'm glad you brought that up because, like, I did play basketball. I did have one injury where, oh god, it's fucking.
I play lacrosse. I'm just bouncy.
I caught a pass the worst way, where the ball came on like perpendicular to my pinky and like pushed it in.
Oh yeah, that's
that happened, and after that, nothing. Like, I was just fine, but it was just basketball.
I actually had a weird thing where I would injure people. I would specifically be the one who injures other people, even though I was like a skinny.
The bones, eh?
Yeah. It was just somehow I would land and stuff, but it was weirdly frequent. I would just be injuring people. I was like, I'm sorry. I don't know.
See, you were a goon from the very beginning.
Oh yeah, I was an asshole for sure. I wasn't intentionally doing it, but like I was competitive. I was always competitive.
Yeah.
So it would just happen, and I was like, but no one would get mad at me because like I don't want to say I got injured by this like skinny fuck. Like it's like, I fell weird or something. I don't know.
You hurt my fingy.
There was one time I was drunk in West Virginia University. We were playing basketball, and there was some like freshmen or something because I think we were like sophomores or something. Either way, they were like some younger kids. They might have been underage. Either way, I definitely injured one of them like intentionally. Like it was like I was drunk enough, and I was just like playing really rough.
What were you playing?
Like, knocked him down.
Oh, you just play fighting?
God damn.
We were playing. Well, no, it was just like during basketball. Like,
basketball. So okay, yeah.
The guy was really good, and I was like, I can't play defense on him. I was like, I'll just knock him in like the knee.
That happens in real sports too. You target the best player.
Yeah.
Get him
especially
injured.
in soccer. People really do that in soccer a lot.
They do it in soccer. They do it in the NHL. Like you have what's called that's where the goon thing comes from. Like you have a goon lineup of these bruisers. And like you know, just fighters. And like that's all they do.
Lacrosse is basically like hockey on land, or not land, but like not ice. And so like I definitely took
field
hits
hockey.
And, like, I became aware of like, I'm getting set up. I'm gonna get laid the fuck out. I'm not gonna go in there. Basically.
Hell, it happens in football, man. You can get jackknifed like a motherfucker.
The big thing is crack box in football.
Oh,
Yeah,
Crack
football
block is a
play?
blind shot,
Oh.
a blind block. You
Ooh.
have, say you have two receivers out here or something. Quarterback is gonna hike the ball and look directly at the receiver. The linebacker is gonna stay on the quarterback, because his objective is to prevent that ball from going on the outside edges.
Right.
He wants to protect the middle, but he wants to keep everything internal.
Contained.
Because
Yeah.
the sideline is your friend. The sideline is undefeated when it comes to tackle, as they used to say. And one of those receivers does what's called a screen. He just steps back, and the other one comes straight for the linebacker. And he basically throws his body in the midsection of the linebacker.
Yeah.
I've been
That's
crack
football.
blocked like 5 or 6 times. So whenever the quarterback brings
Oh,
up
nuts.
and he goes to rip the ball, as soon as he starts ripping, the linebacker is going to follow that ball. So as soon as he's watching that ball going over to this receiver, it's already too late. The other receiver is like right there, and you're open. Your body's just open for
Yeah.
whatever it's about to receive.
That's why football's crazy. It's like every play is guaranteed there to be hits.
Yeah.
Whereas like in lacrosse, it was
Oh,
like
yeah.
it only happened if there was like someone dropped the ball and it was just like a brawl to get to it. Then you can like go into contact with people. But other than that, like maybe a one-on-one contact.
Yeah.
But there's not every play some dude's
No.
gonna throw his entire body
Yeah.
weight into you directly. It's
Exactly.
insane.
And like,
Let
with
it be known, I loved crack blocking.
Sure.
I loved when a little receiver, because I played linebacker a lot. I loved hitting people, so that's why
No, it's fun.
I loved playing football. But I would love it when like this little receiver would come up at me, and I would. You can read an offense every now and then. It's just
Yeah.
when they get real tricky and they start doing audibles or start doing really, really fast plays,
Yeah.
where it might get
Sure.
you off balance, and you get this little dude who comes running at you, and you just shoulder check the piss out of him.
Oh yeah.
And
That
it's
would've
like
been
it's perfectly allowed because he technically is running into you.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not interrupting his path or whatever. He's
That was
not
one of
gonna go for
Cool
anything.
things I learned about sports when I played, and I think most people should get to know this for the most part, is that some people need that. Some people need that aggressive outlet of like,
Oh, they do.
range-inducing, like I want to punch or tackle someone, and
Yeah.
at some point it's bad. Like some people take it too far, and they're like, they go berserk. It's like, oh, my dad hits me, so I'm going to take out on this random person and just like try
Yeah.
to beat them to death. And it goes too far. But for the most part, I think it's good to get that energy out.
Oh,
Somewhat.
for sure. Yeah.
So I had a teammate who was like, we were losing some game, and the guy was like freaking out. He's like, come on, guys, pull it the fuck together. And so I was like complaining to my dad about it, and he's like, that kid, he might have some issues. So just let
Yeah.
him vent. Just let him
Yeah.
have it. Yeah.
Literally.
And I was like, hey, that's a good point. I didn't really think about that.
It's
Because in
not
my
like
mind, I was never like, I can't, I'm a skinny dude. I'm not going to do much. I'm
Yeah.
just, why I'm taking this so seriously. Let's just play the game, try to do more skill stuff. It's
Yeah.
more about the skill, less about the aggressive mindset.
Yeah.
But some people, that's where they have that adrenaline, like burning, like
oh yeah.
monkey kill smash in their brain.
It's
So it's
kind
good
of
to get
like
it that way instead of like, out on some random pedestrian or whatever,
Oh, yeah.
in like a bar fight or something.
Like it's kind of like in the Houston Rockets as well. Like when Russell Westbrook's pissed, like just fucking.
Oh,
the
no.
rest of the players are like,
What?
just fucking do
I
shit.
hate
Hockey a lot, yeah.
He seems like he'd be a genuine asshole.
But the thing is, he isn't. He's just like really ambitious. Like if you watch the interviews and stuff, like he's the chillest motherfucker there, man. He's really cool. But when he's on the court, and if someone like looks at him the wrong way,
Like he flips a switch.
he's getting a flagrant. Like 100 fucking percent.
I'm gonna hurt you.
5 out of 5 times, this kid is gonna like eye someone down and get a technical. Like he has so many fucking technicals, dude.
All right,
It's
I'm going to go check with these
insane.
people, see if I need to do anything. If not, I'll come back.
Oh, cool. Lee,
Okay.
now it's a sports podcast.
Let's
Are
do
you-
it.
Are you excited about the NBA coming back potentially?
Ow, the NBA really? We want to start with that?
Oh, I don't like football.
No, it's all good. I haven't heard anything on it actually. Are they talking?
They're petitioning to kind of like start, and I forget his name, but the NBA commissioner dude was just like, we are working at opening up games again potentially. So now like
Okay.
I know I can speak about the Raptors. They've opened up like doing private sessions of like training now, so it's definitely coming. We're definitely going to see basketball soon. It'll be obviously no one in the audience, which kind of sucks, but
See, I think it's so weird with nobody in the audience.
it really is, right? It's like beer league.
That you need the audience is a part of the game. I mean,
Oh.
they're
Hell yeah.
especially during playoff season.
Yeah.
You hear people stomping and yelling defense, defense, and it's so loud you can see the camera shaking. That is the atmosphere that those players step up their own game to. You know, everybody has the potential to be better than what they currently are.
Yeah.
And when they're in that setting, they do it. I mean, it happens across all sports, but like basketball in general, like it's
a
so
closed
like
kind of arena too.
yeah, it's so like kind of like what football's getting to. You can't touch anybody,
Yeah.
so nobody decides to play this hardcore defense anymore.
No, you
like
can't
they
hand
used
check
to.
in the NBA anymore.
So it's like, what are we gonna watch? Just
No.
a bunch of skilled dudes scoring all the time?
I thought about this too. Yeah, it's just gonna be like a dunk and like no reaction. Here's another thing I thought about. What's it gonna sound like? Because you know some coaches are really fucking animated, and
yeah.
you're just gonna be hearing them yelling
I'm-
at their teams from either side. Yeah, like
This is where I wish Bob Knight was still a coach. He'd chuck a chair across the thing, and everybody would just sit there and go, "Bob, calm down."
like I'm telling you, we're literally gonna hear Greg Popovich's hip pop. Like,
Yeah.
into the audio.
Oh
like,
god! Just shit, Tam, get me.
Kawhi! Kawhi! Oh shit, we traded him. Fuck.
Goes down. Kawhi.
Damn it! No, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
They were talking about the MLB Players Committee had
you
a
lost
little
me
bit
now.
of. Well, I'm kind of going across all sports. Like Gronkowski,
I know
he's been
Gronkowski,
retired
yeah.
for a year, and he's coming back to play with the Buccaneers and Tom
Is
Brady.
Who gives a
Marshawn?
shit about the
Is
Buccaneers?
Marshawn like retired?
I'm just saying, who?
Marshawn Lynch? Is he done?
He.
I see him in
don't know.
every Bleacher Report video, like him just in full like ghetto gear, just like chilling while a team's practicing.
He's
Ghetto gear.
No, like the crunk style, you know, like
yeah.
broke off hat, like you
I
know,
hear you, I hear you.
giant chain.
I'm just judging. That's all.
But he's funny, man. I love Marshawn and Gronk.
Well, he
I
came
don't
out
get
of
how people
retirement
follow
a
sports,
second
man.
time.
What?
But I guess you guys like esports. It's like the same thing to me.
Yeah, pretty much. I watch a
Yeah.
lot of esports.
Ugh. It's so boring. I don't get it.
I love it.
Because like when I watch streams and stuff, I watch it usually for the personality more so than anything else. Like so, most of the people I watch are bad at video games. It's mostly like they're just funny or whatever.
It's funny how that works because it's very rare when you see someone who's like really good at a video game and also has this entertaining personality, you know?
Exactly. They're usually like good at the game and they're an asshole.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
So, reading real quick, Marshawn Lynch, I think, is playing for the Raiders. I think he came out of retirement to play for the Raiders and whatnot.
Interesting.
But it still says on here, you know, after years and years of Marshawn Lynch being in the league, he's still considered the best power back. That's incredible. The dude is old and he can still bang. That's fantastic.
Wow. You can't use it. Oh my god. What?
Bang them.
Listen, buddy, I played running back. Okay?
Yeah.
I
it's tough.
loved it.
I'm not.
I
It's
loved
nothing to do with you.
You said power back and bang, and my head just went to power bottom.
Power
No.
bottom.
No one.
That's
no.
a great position.
I'm
in
not-
sports.
Not getting
But-
into it.
Gronkowski was saying they were starting to open up facilities
Open up the
because
facility.
training camp was supposed to start within like the next few weeks or something like that.
That's
So
it's good
they're
news. Like,
still on path for that.
soccer games are
and-
still being played.
Yeah, I mean you are pretty separate, I guess.
Mm.
Just get people in the bleachers.
The MLB's player committee, I think they got together. Their biggest thing is
Oh,
they were
Corona.
going to take like a pay cut of some sort in order to help open early or funding.
Yeah,
I can't
something.
remember what it was. I heard about this.
It's just a
3
fever
weeks.
I mean, they could literally. They have the money that they could just test every single player and then they'd be fine.
Oh, they've already done it.
True.
They've
Yeah, that's what I'm
literally
saying.
already
So it's
done
like
it,
there's
yeah.
no risk other than bringing
Yeah.
people into the stadium.
That's how they found out that the Utah Jazz had Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell, who had corona. They were the first athletes
Yeah.
to get it.
Okay.
But Rudy Gobert fucking deserved it, man. The guy was a jackass. In an interview, he wasn't taking it seriously, and like he just like after the interview, he's just like touching the mics on purpose, all the cameras and shit.
Yeah.
He walks out. Next day, boom, you got corona.
That's funny.
And then he gave it to his teammate Donovan Mitchell.
What?
Sack of fucking shit.
And the worst part is, it was after the game they had with the Raptors.
So it was the Canadians to blame, really?
No. The Canadians all tested negative.
Uh-huh.
None of them have corona.
That's what the Canadian news says.
There was... I'm trying to look for it. There was...
I'm gonna fuck with Steve's sensitivity and really just mess with it.
Oh my God, do it.
Yeah, he'll really
what the hell?
So
Patrick Ewing tested positive.
No fucking way. Oh, he's old too.
He's gonna die.
No! We're gonna lose one of the greats.
Shit, man.
Darn.
Oh, he was kind of an asshole, let's be fair.
Oh, I mean, everybody was an asshole
Most
back then.
sports stars are pretty much assholes, right?
Scottie Pippen was not an asshole.
Okay, all right. That's one.
Dennis Rodman was a huge asshole.
Yeah.
I'll even say MJ was a giant
Jordan?
asshole and no one's talking about it, you know?
No, he was.
Yeah.
For sure.
I can't find it, but
I mean, even Kobe was pretty bad a lot of the time, but...
the former's
Kawhi
Jazz...
wasn't an asshole.
Who?
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard.
Oh.
Yeah, he's kind of kept to himself and just...
What about Shaq?
No, Kawhi Leonard is not an asshole because he just doesn't speak or react to anything.
So Shaq was an asshole.
Shaq was an asshole
to an extent because he decided to change it later in the years. He was a competitive player. He would definitely talk shit to you on the court, and when he was paired with Kobe Bryant, like they were a dynamic duo, obviously, but he would defend Kobe, and Kobe was an asshole.
Kobe was a huge asshole in the training room. Yeah,
so he's kind of covering up. He's just kind of
Kobe in training sessions would just like bully his teammates. You know, like y'all are fucking assholes. Like, I'm the reason.
Kobe,
Kobe
would have a game or whatever, and somebody on his team would complain to Shaq or something like, "Hey, can you talk to Kobe about passing the ball?" And Shaq would go, "Maybe if you played better," or something like that. That type of thing.
Yeah.
But down the road, Shaq is one of my favorite players just because of how comedic he was.
Great. I love him on the desk too. I love him on ESPN as well. In fact, I love all. Can we talk about Charles Barkley?
No way. First of all, can we talk about
such an idiot?
I know. They're always fighting.
God damn it.
Him and Shaq are always picking on each other.
Greg, what were you saying?
Shaq was on Tiger King for a second there.
Yeah, he bought a tiger.
That's right.
Or something. Yeah, I remember that.
It's kind of an asshole move.
Yeah. A huge asshole move. Maybe he watched The Hangover, wanted to be like Mike.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tyson.
Yeah.
Who also comes off as like an asshole. He's like a lovable asshole though.
Shaq's a lovable asshole.
They're both lovable assholes.
Yeah.
Anyways, we were talking about whatever.
Well, I was going to say one of the Jazz's former coaches, can't remember who he is. He was 74, but he just died earlier today.
Oh, yeah. I know, because it was posted. And... That sucks, man.
I think it's pretty consistent. The U.S. corona death thing has been pretty much the same for a while now.
Yeah.
It seems weird to me that it's still as
like 20, mid-20s, low 20s every day.
Wait, what? The coach was?
Oh, no. I'm talking about the virus.
Jerry Sloan. Jerry Sloan was the Utah Jazz.
Yeah. So we're at, well, I don't know if it's updated correctly, but right now it says 23,463 new cases.
It's 25,000 on May 21st.
Fucking crazy, dude.
Oh, shit. And then we're at just under 96,000 deaths.
We have like our average is about 340 per day cases. And after we had phase 1 where we opened up retail businesses, it jumped up again. So now we're gonna have to like bring it down. Yeah.
Let's look at Canada's population compared to ours.
You guys have way more people.
37 million. We have, I think we have 35 million if I'm not mistaken.
It's a large country, right?
So we have a tenth of our population.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
It's very sparse. Very sparse. Yeah.
320.
Not very dense, rather. Yeah.
That too, exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're all country boys out there.
Yeah.
I feel like the 3 cities you have. Because
Toronto's pretty packed. Montreal's pretty packed. But Quebec is having the worst time with this shit. BC is intensely packed. Yeah.
And those are the 3.
But the rest of them are like everyone's like spaced like out.
Yeah. Exactly. It's all about the same. That's why New York got fucked. New York is by far the worst.
Yeah. I
That makes
imagine.
sense. Royally fucked.
Mm-hmm.
LA is surprisingly low comparing to how many people they have.
At least pretty big.
But again,
though, eh?
spread out.
Like,
Spread out and rich. So
Yeah.
I mean, those both help a lot
Yeah.
for the most part.
They got them bedazzled face masks.
Yeah. Crazy shit.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm just thinking. I mean, in my mind, it's just gonna happen anyway. So you might as well just let it happen for the most part.
Yeah. This is the purge.
Like we've already tried preventing it. We tried it. It didn't quite work. It kind of worked. It slowed it down, but it's inevitable. There's only so much you can do.
I know.
Yeah.
If people want to interact, they're going to interact.
Yeah.
We were so unprepared for anything like this. I mean, we have been behind the ball since
what can you do?
rolling.
What are you doing to prepare for it? I don't understand what people want.
We can't get in front of it because we'll just get run the fuck
Other than
over.
education, I think that's like the one thing you could obviously do and do better. But we're learning from that. But I mean, like, other than China shutting down like military style, what can you do other than that?
I'm pretty disappointed with just how many. I'm going to stick with just Americans for the most part, but I don't know across the world. But just how many Americans are so incompetent to just absorbing the information, how prideful they are, like, oh, this isn't real, this isn't happening, or whatever. This doesn't matter to me.
It's not just America. There are people like I was just on. I always make this mistake about like when I'm bored, I'll just go onto Reddit and I'll just get fucking pissed off. There's this dude who's like literally believes that this is a hoax.
Yeah, no, for sure. There's people. Like, that's the thing. There's people that do flat Earth stuff. There's people. That's why I like the. Have you guys watched the? What's it called? All Gas, No Brakes. I think that YouTube. He's the guy who just interviews people at these conventions and stuff. And he did a. People were doing a protest for coronavirus in Florida. And he was just talking to them. It's just fascinating because he doesn't really edit that much. He just lets them talk. He says nothing. He basically just puts a microphone to their face, and they either like look like insane people or they realize that they're insane. Like it's great either way.
Like they say, and they go, "Wait a minute, I'm an idiot."
He is making fun of them, obviously, but he's like, at least it's subtle. He's not just like he's not being an asshole about it. He's not being like, "You're wrong," and let me tell you why you're wrong.
Yeah,
and
he's
now
not,
I'm gonna give you a microphone.
And also, he's not really asking a leading question.
Yeah, he's like, "What do you believe in?" And he just holds them. Or, what do you think's going on with this? And then they just talk, and they just he lets them make fun of themselves, basically. Which is, I mean, a good way to take it.
That's cool because most people like either go with the leading question or like a slippery slope argument.
Yeah, they're like they're out to find dumb people to like try to like make themselves look better. Exactly, to like mess with dumb people. It's like these people are already dumb. I just want to listen to them, you know.
I mean, that's why we watch reality TV.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's a market for that. I consume it.
And the problem is,
I love Jersey Shore.
But you have to recognize that that's like a small amount of people. The silent majority is far more scary, and you want to know what they think because most people,
for sure,
when those people have extreme beliefs, then you're in trouble. You're like, oh, I didn't realize that most of the country believes in flat Earth. That's not the case. But if that was, you'd be like, holy shit.
Yeah,
that would be scary.
I have like 4 of them at work.
Really?
I've never wanted to like avoid somebody so bad.
It's so annoying.
You have 4 flat earthers?
Yeah,
I think that's what he's saying. Yeah.
And one of them claims she doesn't believe in vaccines. She doesn't believe in
those
autism.
are way more common.
She doesn't believe in
autism,
but
they do go together.
She 100% does not believe in it.
So she doesn't. Wait. Does this same person not believe in vaccines and also not believe in autism?
Yes.
It goes together.
We never said they were right.
They go together. Yes, but where is she trying to? Why is she not into vaccines?
I don't know. She doesn't have an argument for it.
Because the general consensus these idiots have is that vaccines cause autism, but lucky her because she doesn't believe in autism.
But she doesn't believe vaccines.
If you believe any of that stuff, you're probably not thinking rationally in any regard. You're thinking there's some bizarre conspiracy theory that is behind everything, and then that trumps everything. You're no longer thinking on like scientific or rational, anything. So there's no point in questioning why someone believes something if they believe it. It's the same. I mean, you can make the same argument about religion technically, but I mean, if someone believes something, they believe it. There's nothing you can do to change their mind.
No. And also, wait, believing in religion helps people.
Of course,
it helps people.
Yeah. Believing
that vaccines are not important hurts people.
If they're having children, yeah, which they usually are, which is scary.
It's a dangerous thing, you know?
Yeah. It's a shame. It's crazy.
Fuck.
Again, but these are the minority. We have to keep. I always remind myself because otherwise you go crazy. You feel like, oh, why do people? It's like not people. It's like this small weird group of weirdos.
But that small group gets bigger and bigger, and it's so frustrating because it's like
kind of like a pandemic.
I cannot legally go out there and start smacking people for this. Like, what? It's one of those infuriating things where, well, for me at least, like, I hear you being stupid out loud. How is that allowed?
Well, I think it's important to have that kind of voice. You want people to be dumb. You want people to have bad ideas because then the people with good ideas look much better in comparison.
True.
It makes them like stand out and more intelligent, and we go with them. The bad ideas makes things far worse. But the problem is that you have people that can like trump like intelligent thought with like, oh no, it's something that you're part of or whatever. Like they have these weird like logic loops they can use to like trying to like they feel like satisfied like when normally they'd be wrong. It's just like, oh no, you're part of the system, so therefore you're just invalidated or like you know you can't prove to me with evidence right now in your hands, and therefore you're wrong. It's like, what?
Yeah.
But again, I think it is good because then if you actually talk to someone like that and you try to debate them and let's say you can't debate them, let's say they beat you on some stupid thing, it makes you think about it yourself and then either one, reaffirm it, or two, you like question yourself. I think it's good to question stuff. Yeah. I like skeptics, and they are technically skeptics. The problem is it just becomes like cult skepticism.
Yeah.
Like they don't believe because everyone in their group doesn't believe. Like there's no reason behind it. That's where it gets creepy.
Like sources are definitely very important, and like you were saying, like it's hard being put in that gambit where you know that something is like right, but you don't have the exact numbers or whatever to support it, but they have numbers whether true or not in that situation to counter your argument.
Right.
And like if that argument's happening like right then and there, you don't have a minute to like pull your phone up and like kind of show shit. You know, you just don't.
It's kind of like the cool example where people are like, we can live in a matrix. It's like that thought experiment is interesting, and that at least has like you could actually argue that technically. You could like, what if we lived in a society that we don't realize we live in, but is actually controlled by a different part of the society? And then like that's a crazy like weird conspiracy theory that I could talk to you about. The problem is when it becomes you're just basing it on just like nothing legitimate and like things are correct and you're ignoring them for no reason. So I think people just confuse the two. They think that this is something that you could make an argument for. It's like no, there is no argument there.
No, and also I think it becomes this kind of tussle where it's less about reaching universal truth and more about winning an argument.
Exactly, or like being a part of a group. To me, it always seems like people are like weird. And they want to be like, I can talk to my other flat earthers about flat earthers stuff, and it's like so we can all talk about. It's like a book club.
Because really it's cool to belong to something.
Exactly.
It's
sad.
You know, that's how you build exclusivity. Like whoever's watching this, like I'm sure you want to be part of the Goon Squad, but you can't.
Maybe if they were cool enough.
If they were cool enough.
They weren't 12, and it's weird.
If they didn't come from Lead Stream.
Okay. I can't.
I'm kidding. I love all of you equally.
Tim seems cool. There's a couple of people in there.
Who seems cool?
But what some of them. Did you guys ever watch? There was a documentary that me and Rachel watched on flat earthers, just to like. I really was against it because I'm like, I don't want to hear what they have to say.
No.
But again, it's good to get that perspective to like try to understand that.
Have you ever been on the forum?
But man, it's rough. No, because I'm sure that's the worst of the worst.
It's amazing.
At least the documentary was like edited a little bit, you know.
No, because you can edit a documentary. I'm looking at actual people who believe they're just flat.
What can be worse?
Who are actually very intelligent people. Like they have math.
Oh yeah, sure.
Like to support their claims. They're like. Wow, just looking at
it's wrong, but yeah, you can have math, and that's the crazy thing.
Yeah, No, it's 100% wrong. But the thing is, like, you can. It's not like the whole like thing where they're just believing it because others believe it. These guys have actually put a lot of thought into this shit.
It's fake research, yeah.
And it's amazing because like how like we as a people know about the past just finding random things, right? That like then we assume that okay, they listen to this music. Imagine coming across that shit.
It's too complicated now. It's too diverse. There was a cool graph of that showed music. This was cool because it showed like how influential music was and how diverse it was. Because in like the 60s, I think it was, there was not that many different bands because they were all big. If they got big, they were all records. You could only pick so many. But they were super diverse. So it was very diverse, but very concentrated. And so everyone remembered all the different songs, but they were all different, which was really cool.
Yeah.
And now we live in the like kind of, at least in the pop culture, we live in the polar opposite where it's like everyone does this like a simple beat with like, a rap or whatever. And that's like 90% of music. It's very similar.
Yeah.
And it's all, but there's a lot of it. There's lots
tons of it. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's all very similar. It's very strange.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can find anything you want, but the popular stuff is very much
so saturated.
Shit. Yeah. Anyways, I thought it was a cool conspiracy.
Anyway, boys and girls, this has been our podcast.
We're not.
No. This is going up.
Okay.
This is going up.
When did you guys start this?
Like at 8?
An hour ago. Hour and 15 minutes ago.
If they edit out those dog barks.
So sorry. Steve's out there fighting flat earthers. We don't know when he'll come back, but I'm sure he'll send his regards. This has been a pleasure. I have been Dion, aka Bella
That's
Swift.
bro, GPJ.
Thank you, Greg. Nick, where can we find you?
Lead Demon on Steam. Lead Demon on
Twitter.
At Nicholas_Delk on the Twitter twat.
Wow.
Nice. All right. As I will always mention, much to Desi's chagrin, is we do have our own Twitter account, official GNSD. You'll find it right down there. Tweet us all your hate, all your love, suggestions, whatever. Just talk to us, man. Like, we like talking to people. We like talking to each other. All right.
Talking, boy.
That's going to be it for us. I have no idea what I'm going to title this. But
bye,
it will be
everybody.
titled.
Shit
Anyway,
show.
Love you.
See ya.
Take care.